If we have a look at question 3, we'll notice that question 3 is quite short. It's only 3 lines here, but it is worth 8 marks, so we're probably going to have to find multiple things for this question in order to get to the final answer. So we get given a velocity for p, and we're asked to find, we're given some conditions, t equals 0, p is at the origin, and we're asked to find the distance, so we think we need to integrate this from O when p is moving at minimum velocity. So the first thing we need to do is work out where minimum velocity is, and then we need to use that value of t in the distance equation in order to get to our final answer. So I'm going to start with finding the minimum velocity, which we're going to do by finding a minimum point for this. So I've copied this down. I'm going to differentiate this and then set that equal to 0. So the derivative of v is a for acceleration. A equals, it's not a vector, so this is 6t minus 4. If this is 0, this is the condition for a maximum or minimum velocity. So this is going to give us that t equals 4 over 3, which is 2/3. So this is our value of t when velocity is a minimum. So we're going to use that later on. So having got our value of t, we need to, going back to the question, we're asked to find something about distance for p. So we need to find distance. We can find distance or displacement using s, and this is the integral of v. It's the integral of v dt. So this is the integral of 3t squared minus 4t plus 3 dt. So we're going to integrate this just using our standard year 1 integration rules. So we get 3t cubed over 3, and these cancel, minus 4t squared over 2, and we can cancel these, plus 3t. And we know we're going to be putting limits in here, and we know our limits are going to be 0 from when it's at the origin, and 2/3 for here. So we actually don't need a plus c for here, because the plus c will cancel out between the 2 points. So tidying this up, we get t cubed minus 2t squared plus 3t between 0 and 2/3. You now have a couple of choices. We could put this in a calculator, or we could do it by hand. I think we'll do it by hand. So we get, for the first bracket, we get 8 over 27. Take away, we then need 2 times this squared. So we have 8 over 9. And then we've got plus 3 times 2 over 3. Take away in this second bracket is going to be 0. Once we start tidying all this stuff up, we're going to have to use 27ths as our unit. We will end up with 38. Let's do this on a calculator. I think it's 38, but we'll do it by hand. So we get 8 over 27 minus 8 over 9. Plus, here we get the 3's cancel, so we get 2. Press equals, here we get 38 over 27. And this is our distance between the 2 points, which has units of meters.